I know almost the entire first movie by heart. It's really sad. Hey yo, peopleos! Okay, first thing you may notice, I am wearing makeup today. And when you want to find out why, there's a vlog about it. It'll be either before or after this video. Look for it. I don't know. You'll understand why if you will look for it. But you have to watch it. You can't just like find it and then look at it and then like not click it. Otherwise you wouldn't understand. Today, because I have nothing really to do right now, I thought that I'd make a video. And there's this thing I've wanted to do since I actually started making videos, which was over a year ago. It's called Fandom Rants. It's a video where I rant about fandoms that I'm in or want to get in or find really interesting. And today, I thought I'd do Harry Potter. Fandom rants are going to consist of 3 things. What the fandom is, how I got into the fandom, and my favorite thing about the fandom. Number 1, what is the fandom? For those of you who do not know, Harry Potter is a book series that got turned into a movie series. The book series is 7 books long. The books revolve around a guy named Harry Potter, go figure, and he finds out he's a wizard when he's 11 years old. The first book is when he's 11, second is when he's 12, so on and so forth, until he's 17. At the end of the 7th book, it's 19 years later, an epilogue, so to speak, of sorts. And when he's 1 year old, he tries to be cursed. He has a lightning bolt scar. And then he's got this great destiny. You just see him through the books. He's kind of confronting the worst bad guy, whose name is Voldemort. He's confronting Voldemort repeatedly. He develops friendships, and some of his friends are no longer there at the end, and it's sad. But it's really intense. The 7th book is like super uber intense. Whoo! Get ready for some feels if you've never seen it before. Whoo! Again, I'm sorry if you're just hearing about this from me, because I don't know how you could just hear about it from me. If you're like, have seen it around and you have no idea what it is, it's about a wizard. I know almost the entire first movie by heart. It's really sad. I wondered when I'd be seeing you, Mr. Potter. Seems only yesterday your mother and father were in here buying their first ones. If you have not seen them yet, I have no idea what's wrong with you. I'm not going to spoil anything in the series, but it's emotional. It's an emotional roller coaster. When I was like 13 till when I was like 15, I tried reading them once a year. So I read them like 3 years in a row. I haven't read them in a while, and I just, what is wrong with me? Because I'm so good, it's so good. Going along with Harry Potter, there's an offshoot called Fantastic Beasts, but I'm going to make that into a completely separate video because there's a lot going on in Fantastic Beasts. There's so much going on. I'm just not even, okay, that was it. The entire mention of Fantastic Beasts. Now you know it's part of the wizarding world, but that's it. Now, how I got into the series, when I was in 3rd grade, what a great year. I read the first book. I rented it from, or borrowed it, whatever, from our school library. When I was in elementary school, we had the Harry Potter books. I think we had like 3 of them or 4 of them. And so I read the first one, and I was hooked, and I loved it. And then I found the second one, and I read the second one, and I was like, this is so good. My mom bought me the 3rd and 4th one from the book fair that year, and I was in love, and it was amazing. But my mom put restrictions on when we could read the books, so when I turned 11, I could read the 5th one. It had age restrictions because she's one of those people who's like, okay, I don't want you reading this because it's got a tiny bit of language, and it's a little violent, so child, stop here, and then you'll read the next one when you're a year older. We actually had the first movie since before I could remember. It was on VHS. What? Those were a thing back then. I used to watch it a lot. At some point I didn't really understand the correlation between the names and the numbers of the movies and stuff, so I would go over to our friend's house and I'd be like, I want to watch the one where the lady blows up and is all giant, and then my friend would be like, you mean The Prisoner of Azkaban? And then I was like, yeah, the one where the lady is all I had no idea. But I think I've always had a love for Harry Potter. Again, I really got into the series and stuff when I was about 9. I started reading them. I've just been in love with them ever since. Whew, the movies are great. Not exactly the same, which kind of bothers me a little bit, but it's very, very close. I think the one that's closest is the 3rd one, The Prisoner of Azkaban. Don't quote me on this. It's different. I think everyone has a different opinion about this. Something I really like about Harry Potter is that it's just so magical. It's like, it's a different kind of magic than Disney, obviously. It's about wizards and witches and Quidditch and the unknown, and there's different kind of beasts, and there's just, It's a completely different world. Anyways, how did J.K. Rowling come up with these things? I'm so what? They have theme parks after it, and offshoots and fan fiction and all this jazz, and I'm like, how? Ooh, I love that it's so different, but it's so different that it became like the norm for me. Is that weird? When something is so weird, but it's been that way your whole life, and then it just is. And I love that about Harry Potter. It's just always been there. And it's so great. It's so great. Go watch Harry Potter if you've never seen it. Go read the books if you've never read it. Do both. You will understand. It's great. Okay, that was my rant about Harry Potter. If for some reason you thought this was enjoyable, give it a like, I guess. Subscribe. I'll be doing more fandom rants. Here's a list of the ones that I'm thinking about doing. Watch out for those. Also, again, watch out for the vlog that I'm making today. It's gonna be a lot of talking, but it's not gonna be like a lot of doing because I won't be able to film where I'm going and you'll understand. But watch out for it, guys. Watch out for it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you didn't, then sorry. Leave. Bye. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. And 12 for the third, for the fifth, sixth, I can't read, talk, what? I think that was right. Or was it 11 for the 7th? I think it was 11 for the 5th one. Or, ooh, I'm not positive. But anyways.